Jonathan Dupiton, which I assume is how that's pronounced. He's apparently partially Haitian, so I guess it's French or Haitian Creole or whatever. But I do find it funny that his last name starts with Dupiton. Yes, the dupe master himself. Yes, that's not a MAGA hat he's wearing. It says the same thing as his shirt, rich and unemployed. Anyone who's made that their motto, well, you could just go ahead and assume everything about them, and you're correct. And, I mean, just look at him. You'd be correct about every single bit of it. He's even got the douchey glasses. Yes, this guy, he is a fraudster. He is everything wrong with the world. He is the human personification, the walking, talking anthropomorphization, the form of low trust. No trust, actually, in this guy's particular case, because he had already been arrested. He had been arrested for defrauding SNAP. Yes, the program that assists people who need food. Most of those people needing food for their children, really. I mean, it's mostly families that get that, right? And he had defrauded them, and then he went to prison for 3 years, had to pay $400,000 in restitution, which I'm assuming he couldn't even do. And then he gets out, and while he's in the halfway house still from his previous crime of defrauding SNAP, of all things, the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program made to help poor families afford food. He then does it again. Except this time it's not for SNAP. It's for California's unemployment insurance benefits during COVID. I mean, good God. Like, why California? Do they just have easier laws to defraud? I mean, it would make sense, I suppose. Everything in California seems a little bit easier to defraud, probably for the sake of illegal immigrants or something. I don't know exactly what the case was, but this guy, regarding California, like, I don't know why he targeted California, but this guy, he had somehow gotten a hold of hundreds of people's personal information, probably just bought it off the internet, right? And then he, I mean, it's probably from like Chinese hackers or something. And then he uses that to use a VPN to sign up and steal from California, basically, to defraud California. Now, I hate California, but I am not part of this micro-looting culture where they think it's totally okay to steal from everybody they dislike or burn down warehouses or malls or whatever. I had made videos about that before. I didn't cover the one with the Amazon warehouse that happened recently. It was like 3 of them in the same week. I don't agree with this mentality that if you're angry, you can just attack someone, burn down what they own, maybe take their life or whatever. And that is where we're going to at warp speed. It's actually amazing how quickly social media is radicalizing people to become assholes. And it's creating a low trust society, again, at warp speed. Like, it takes ages to build up the kind of welfare systems and the society that you can trust with those welfare systems. And these people, they destroy it. Like, overnight, it seems. And they're allowed to. Honestly, they're allowed to. Like, going back to this picture, I mean, look at this man. This is the kind of man. He's wearing a wife-beater shirt that says rich and unemployed, a, like, rip-off parody MAGA hat that says rich and unemployed, gold chains, gold bracelets, gold watches, all this crap. He's at some big party pretending he's a player or whatever. This is the kind of guy who teaches little kids, if someone disrespects you, you just stick a gun in their mouth and you say, I bet. That's exactly the kind of vibe this guy is teaching the little kids. Rich and unemployed. And this dude's motto, his motto was fraud is dope, which was an acronym for finally rich after unstoppable determination. Stealing from needy people via the government, defrauding California, defrauding SNAP benefits, that's unstoppable determination. To the lowest common denominator of America, anyway. That is unstoppable determination. I mean, what audacity to say that you have unstoppable determination for that. And again, the guy was arrested for put in prison for 3 years for defrauding SNAP, and then he names his stupid motto, whatever, fraud is dope. That's like a child thinking he's like, well, actually, it doesn't mean fraud. It means finally rich after unstoppable determination. And then he gets caught again for the exact same thing in a halfway house. While still, oh, Jesus, I just can't get over how stupid this is. They should have given this guy, you know what would have fixed the problem? Give this guy an inescapable punishment the first time. 3 years? 3 years for defrauding SNAP, and now they've given him 7 years. 7 years for defrauding California's insurance benefits, unemployment insurance benefits from COVID. It's not enough. If the 3 years wasn't enough, then the 7 years wasn't enough. Nothing will ever be enough for people like this. They need to be on Factory Island for the rest of their life. That's where they belong. That's their home. That's their calling. Their calling is to just basically be on Factory Island, putting tuna into cans or whatever happens on Factory Island. I don't know. It's just an imaginary thing. But it's not possible to deport them, I guess, if they're a native citizen. You can't put them in prison forever. They can't be rehabilitated, as they've proven. So then what do you do? What do you do with them besides Factory Island? I mean, it's just a constant question, and you're not allowed to pursue the answer to that because everyone will just say, oh, well, prison's the answer. No, it's not. Prison is not the answer, and letting them go free is not the answer. There has to be more punishment because these people are teaching other people that it's okay, and they're proud to do that, clearly, based off of the way they live, based off of the things they say, based off of the clothing they wear. It just tells you straight up, be a loser. Their motto is be a loser, scam people, steal from them. This is what they're teaching people. This is what our society's become. You see these talk shows with these fat cows and Hassan Piker on them and stuff talking about how, oh, actually it's okay to steal from the government. I swear to God, it has to be a psyop. I mean, I don't know how else you could have these people. Like I don't know, Hassan must be like Mossad or something. Like there has to be something, CIA, I don't know. Like, and it's not just him. It's a lot of people that are just saying that it's okay to do these things. But I just... How do you have a culture that's like openly accepting that, oh yeah, you just burn down whatever mall or warehouse or whatever that you're angry at that billionaire, assassinate this person, threaten this person, that's all totally fine. This is our society now, is it? America's society, and there's no way we can stop this. I mean, people get mad about the Iran thing, the Cuba thing, or whatever, and they say we need to do more on the home front. I mean, I get what they're saying, but it's like, if you have a drywall problem, you don't send out an alarm for every single tree cutter in the country to come to your house, right? So you can do multiple things at the same time, like the SPLC or whatever it was that just got caught. I can never remember how the acronym goes. The Southern Law Poverty Center that just got caught. You can do multiple things at the same time, but this is like an infestation, these people, because this isn't like an organized group. This is just a person or a couple of friends or whatever that have stolen, in this particular case, 3.8 million, and they managed to withdraw and use 2 million. So 2 million was basically stolen, but it's worse than that, because imagine the damage done. Like, imagine the legwork that needs to go into tracking down all of these people, hundreds of real people who had their identities stolen, which were then used for this scam by someone else, by Jonathan Dupiton. All of these people had to have their lives restored. All of the government employees had to go through all of that paperwork, figure out all of this stuff, track down all the money, track down everything, fix everything, and then send this guy through the system again, even though he should have been on Factory Island. So it's way more than what he actually stole. Like, way more than the 2 million that he managed to withdraw. Like, it has to be, because they had to fix all of this. And a lot of people suffered. Like, even putting aside the time and money, a lot of people suffered as a result of it. And there's really no way to quantify that. How do you quantify stealing hundreds of people's identities and stealing benefits on it? Like, there's no way to fix people like this. 7 years in prison to be followed by 3 years of supervised release. Dupiton will be ordered to pay restitution in an amount to be determined for a future hearing, which, he's not going to be able to pay it. So he's probably just going to go bankrupt, and then he's going to start again. That's the way it always is with these people. Obtained stolen identities of hundreds of unwitting individuals. He and his conspirators used this information to electronically submit false and fraudulent UI applications to the California EDD via the internet using a VPN. I mean, I'm just saying, like, what do you do with them? Like, on a hypothetical level, like, they can't be rehabilitated. They can't be sent to another country. They can't be executed. We need a Factory Island, man. Like, we need our own Australia, except not Australia, because we like Australians. Or maybe we could send them to, like, Queensland. Isn't Queensland hell? We can send them to, like, somewhere, right? Like, we've got to have some sort of, like, Factory Island that we can send these people. Just not like to torture them or anything, just to give their life some worth to the world around them. And keep them out of everyone else's hair, keep them from making the world a worse place, because that's what they're doing. That's what people like this are doing. And I don't know, it's never going to go away, because we don't punish them enough. So more and more people are just going to do it. I mean, think about it. You're risking 7 years for $2 million, and you have to pay restitution. But how much is that restitution going to be? It's not going to be $2 million, right? You just, there's a scammer to begin with. They'll just find ways around it. And even if they don't, man, $2 million, and then you get 7 years in prison. 7 years in prison is like a luxury to some of these people, right? Like, it's like a badge of honor. Obviously, I mean, he spent 3 years before in prison, and he was totally fine getting out and doing it again. I don't know. It's just, I feel like the need to rant whenever I see something like this, because unless someone is demanding there to be more punishment, there's not going to be more punishment. They're just going to keep giving them slaps on the wrist. And 7 years is a slap on the wrist when you've done it twice. Like, if it was the first time, I'd be thinking, like, okay, that might make a little bit more sense. But this guy's shown, not just through his desire to do it twice, but also through his ridiculous lifestyle, his clothing, his motto, everything about him. He's teaching. He's not just being a malcontent, he's teaching other people to be a malcontent. And he was a podcaster too. So anyone who listened to this, any kids out there in hustle culture learning about this, like I said, he's the one teaching children to be bad people. That's what he is. He's a teacher of negativity. He is lowering the trust of our society. And Factory Island. What can I say but Factory Island? Anyway, thank you for listening. I just had to rant about that. If you enjoyed, if you agree, please do the YouTube things.